This is not just another video. This is not just another lesson. Today, we are diving deep into the true reasons why millions, even billions, struggle for years to speak English, and how you have the power to break free from that struggle starting right now. Listen carefully. Don't just hear these words, feel them in your heart. Perhaps you have tried before. Perhaps you have faced failure. Maybe you have spent countless hours studying grammar books, memorizing vocabulary lists, and watching hundreds of videos. Yet, when it's time to actually speak, your mind goes completely blank. You feel a wave of nervousness. Words escape you. You feel small, powerless. And a voice inside whispers, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe English just isn't for me. But my friend, today I am here to tell you a profound truth: you are not the problem. The methods you have been using were the real problem. Because learning English is not merely about knowing facts. It is about doing, feeling, living, practicing, and truly loving the journey. English is not a language you simply memorize. It is a skill you cultivate and grow. Just as you cannot become a swimmer by only reading swimming books, you cannot become a fluent English speaker by only reading grammar books. You must train your mind, your tongue, and your heart together. The best part is, it is never too late. You are not too old. You are not too young. You are not too slow. All you need is the right approach. And that is exactly what I will give you today, a step-by-step, clear, powerful, and emotional guide. Stay with me until the very end, and you will finally understand why you have struggled before, why speaking English has felt so incredibly hard, and how, starting today, your English journey can finally become natural, easy, and powerful. Imagine yourself speaking English with complete confidence, expressing your ideas clearly, making international friends, securing better job opportunities, and traveling the world without a trace of fear. Imagine feeling immense pride in yourself. This is not just a distant dream. This is your future if you stay until the end and commit to taking action. First, we will uncover why you struggle to speak English. Then, we will learn how to fix it step by step. So sit back, open your heart, open your mind, and let us embark on this beautiful journey together. Welcome to your new beginning. Part 1, Why You Cannot Speak English. Let us begin by confronting the truth. If you are watching this, it means you deeply care about English. You hold a dream. You yearn to speak English, to express yourself, to connect with people across the globe. But something is holding you back. Why? Why do so many individuals dedicate 5, 10, even 20 years to learning English, yet still cannot speak it fluently? Let us break it down clearly, step by step. Reason 1, you learned English like a subject, not a skill. This is the first and most critical reason. You approached English as if it were a school subject, not a practical skill. Think about your school days. What were you taught? Grammar rules, endless vocabulary lists, essay writing, memorizing answers. It felt just like learning history or science, didn't it? Memorize, write, forget. But English is fundamentally different from history or math. English is a living language, a real life skill. It is akin to learning to swim, learning to drive a car, or learning to play a guitar. Can you truly learn to swim by reading 10 books? Can you master driving by watching 50 videos? Absolutely not. You must jump into the water. You must sit in the car and drive. You must hold the guitar and play. English is precisely the same. You cannot merely study English. You must use it, practice it, speak it, live it. That is why, no matter how many grammar rules, if you do not practice real speaking, real thinking, and real feeling, you will not achieve fluency. You learned English to pass exams, not to engage in real conversations. And that is where the core problem began. Reason to fear and shame killed your confidence. Perhaps you attempted to speak English once. Maybe you made a small mistake. Perhaps someone laughed or you felt deeply embarrassed. From that day forward, fear began to take root inside you. You started thinking, what if I make another mistake? What if people laugh at me again? What if I sound stupid? Fear started to control your every attempt. But, my friend, listen to me very carefully. Mistakes are not failures. They are beautiful. Mistakes are undeniable proof that you are learning. Mistakes are the essential bridge between your dreams and your ultimate success. A child falls hundreds of times before mastering walking. Do we laugh at babies for falling? No. We clap, we encourage them. So why do we punish ourselves when we are learning English? Mistakes are not your enemy. Fear is your true enemy. And the good news is, you can defeat fear. You will defeat fear. Reason 3. Wrong focus, memorizing instead of using. You concentrated on memorizing English rather than actively using English. Many people declare, first, I will memorize 2,000 words. Then I will start speaking. First, I will finish 10 grammar books. Then I will speak. And guess what? That day almost never arrives. Because language is infinite. There is always more grammar to learn. There are always more words to acquire. But real speaking emerges from starting now. Even if your English feels broken, even if your English vocabulary is small, speak, use, try. The more you use English, the faster your brain will forge new connections, and the faster your confidence will build. Use the English you know today. Do not wait for perfect English. Perfect English will naturally develop through consistent practice. Memorizing grants you knowledge. Speaking bestows upon you power. Reason 4, no consistency, no progress. Many individuals start with great enthusiasm for 5 or 10 days, and then they stop. No daily practice, no daily English thinking, no daily immersion in English life. And then they wonder, why am I not improving? My friend, English is like a delicate plant. If you water it daily, it flourishes beautifully. If you water it only once a month, it will wither and die. You need small, consistent daily actions. Even 15 minutes a day is far more effective than 3 hours once a week. Consistency is the undisputed king of learning. Without it, there will be no growth, no fluency, and no tangible results. Reason 5, you never made English your habit. English was always something extra. English was always something you would get to later. English was only for exams or strictly for the office. But true fluency blossoms when English becomes an ingrained habit. When you think small thoughts in English, when you converse with yourself in English, when you listen to English music, podcasts, and videos daily, English must become a living, breathing part of who you are. Just like breathing, just like walking, that is how genuine fluency is born. Part 2. How you can start speaking English naturally. Tip 1. Change your mindset. English is a skill, not a subject. Let us begin with a crucial point. Most people fail to speak English because they continue to treat it like a school subject. They believe English is merely about memorizing grammar rules, passing exams, and collecting certificates. But this perspective is entirely wrong. English is not a subject, it is a dynamic, living skill. Just like swimming, cycling, or cooking, English is something you acquire by practicing, by living it every single day. Imagine someone who desires to learn swimming. He reads 10 books about swimming. He watches 50 videos about swimming, but he never once jumps into the water. Will he ever learn to swim? Of course not. The same exact scenario unfolds with English. Many people relentlessly read grammar books, memorize vocabulary lists, and watch tutorials. But they are too afraid to practice speaking. They are sitting by the edge of the pool, but never taking the plunge. Real English speaking happens when you use it, not when you just study it. Your mindset should be, I am learning a living skill. I must practice it daily, just like a child learning to walk. Children fall down hundreds of times when learning to walk, but they never declare walking is too difficult. I give up. You too must adopt that childlike mindset. Fall, get up. Fall, get up, but never ever stop. If you treat English like a vital life skill, not just a boring subject, you will begin improving faster than you ever thought possible. Tip 2. Stop translating, start living in English. One of the most significant mistakes beginners make is translating everything from their native language into English before they speak. When you translate internally, you lose precious speed. You get stuck. You feel nervous. Let me provide a simple illustration. Imagine you are hungry. If you first think in your own language, I am hungry, and then attempt to translate it into English in your head, you waste 2 to 3 seconds. During that brief pause, you lose confidence. But if you can directly think in English, feel in English, you will speak much, much faster. The ultimate goal is to live in English, not just to speak English. What does living in English truly mean? It means when you gaze at your coffee in the morning, think, this coffee smells amazing. When you witness a sunset, think, what a beautiful evening. When you feel tired, think, I need to rest for a while. When you smile, think, today is a good day. You must slowly reprogram your mind to use English as your first instinct. Initially, it will feel strange. You might forget words. You might make mistakes. That is 100% okay. Nobody achieves fluency without navigating through the stage of making mistakes. Think of it like relocating to a new city. In the beginning, you are unfamiliar with the streets. You get lost. But after a few weeks, you know the roads like the back of your hand. The same transformation will occur with English. If you stop translating and start thinking in English every single day, the faster you begin living in English. The faster English will become your second skin. Tip 3, talk to yourself every day. Your best practice partner is you. Here is a beautiful truth that most learners overlook. You do not need anyone else to practice speaking English. You can practice with yourself every day, every hour, anytime you desire. Many learners lament, "I have no one to practice with. That is why my English is not improving." Wrong. Your absolute best speaking partner is already with you. It is you. Start small. When you wake up, describe your morning routine to yourself in English. I am brushing my teeth. I am making coffee. Today I have a meeting at 10 a.m. I should wear my blue shirt. When you are cooking, talk about the food. I am cutting tomatoes. I am frying the onions. This smells delicious. When you are walking, describe the street. It is a little cloudy today. The wind feels good. I can hear the birds singing. If you do not know a specific word, do not stop. Find another simple way to express it. Suppose you forget the word umbrella. You can say, the thing we use when it rains. That is natural communication. Fluency is not about using fancy words. It is about keeping the conversation flowing, even when you do not know every single word. Speak out loud when you are alone. Speak while looking in the mirror. Smile at yourself. Laugh at your mistakes. Every word you utter alone is one step closer to your dream of fluency. You do not need a teacher. You do not need a partner. You need your own voice, your own energy, your own daily practice. Fall in love with speaking to yourself. Because when you speak with yourself every day, speaking with the world becomes natural and easy. Tip 4. Listening is the mother of speaking. Listen like your life depends on it. Before you can speak English well, you must first train your ears. Listening is the secret fuel that powers fluent speaking. Consider how babies acquire their first language. They listen for thousands of hours to their mother, their father, and their entire environment before they utter even a single word. Babies are not studying grammar. They are not reading vocabulary lists. They are simply absorbing the sounds, the rhythm, and the emotion of the language. That is why when they begin to speak, they do so naturally and confidently. You must adopt the same method. Listen to English daily as if it is your favorite song, as if it is your best friend talking to you. It does not have to be serious lessons. You can listen to short stories, daily conversations, audiobooks, motivational talks, or even English podcasts while cooking or driving. Do not stress about comprehending 100% of everything. Instead, focus on the rhythm, the flow, and the overall feeling of the words. Slowly, your ears will begin to catch patterns. Slowly, your brain will construct sentences naturally. Without even consciously realizing it, you will start thinking, "Oh, that is how people say it. That sounds natural. I can use that too." For example, when you hear a native speaker say, "I am just chilling at home," you automatically learn a casual, real way to express, "I am relaxing." Or when you hear, "Let us grab some coffee," you learn a natural, friendly way to invite someone. This is how authentic English is learned, not from dry textbooks, but from real listening and real practice. Make a firm rule for yourself. I will listen to English at least 30 minutes every day, no matter what. Even if you are tired, even if you are busy, even if you do not understand everything. Feed your brain with the music of English daily, because listening is truly the mother of speaking. When your ears are strong, your mouth will naturally follow. Tip 5. Build your daily English routine. Success is hidden in your daily habits. Many people dream of speaking English fluently, but very few actually create a solid daily routine for English practice. If you observe successful individuals in any field, athletes, musicians, business leaders, you will notice one incredibly powerful thing. They do not rely on fleeting motivation. They rely on consistent habits. If you wait to feel motivated every day, you might practice once a week or perhaps once a month. But if you establish a simple, powerful routine, you will practice automatically, just like brushing your teeth or eating lunch. Your English routine does not need to be complicated. It can be as simple as 15 minutes of speaking practice, talking to yourself or describing your day, 20 minutes of listening practice, podcasts, YouTube videos, audiobooks, 10 minutes of writing, journaling your thoughts, or making a to-do list in English, and 5 minutes of reading news articles, stories, quotas. That is it. Less than 1 hour daily can completely transform your English within just a few months. Imagine the immense power. If you practice speaking English for only 15 minutes every day, you will accumulate over 90 hours of speaking in a single year. Most people tend to overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 week and drastically underestimate what they can achieve in 1 year. If you remain consistent, English will no longer feel like learning. It will become a natural, integrated part of your life, much like your native language. The secret lies in tiny, daily actions. No matter how busy you are, you can always find 1 hour for English. Think of it this way. If I truly love my future self, I will make time for English today. Your dreams are waiting. Your better future is waiting. Make English your daily oxygen. Make English your lifestyle, not just a casual hobby. Tip 6. Surround yourself with English. Create an English environment everywhere. One of the greatest secrets known by fluent English speakers is this: your environment shapes your success far more than your natural talent. If your surroundings are consistently in your native language, your mind will naturally revert to thinking in your native language. But if you gradually create an English environment around you, your mind will begin thinking automatically in English without any forced effort. This is not about relocating to an English-speaking country. It is about integrating English into your daily life wherever you are. Here is how you can achieve it. Change your phone, laptop, and apps to English. Follow English-speaking YouTubers, Instagram pages, and podcasts. Watch movies and series with English subtitles. Stick small labels around your house, mirror, door, kitchen, window to build subconsciousness. Set an alarm that delivers an English quote every morning. Imagine waking up and the very first thing you see is a quote like, "Believe you can," and you are halfway there. Your brain immediately gets programmed in English without conscious effort. Even small actions performed daily will create a monumental shift inside you. Consider this: a fish does not contemplate swimming. Why? Because it lives in water. You, too, must live in the water of English. When English becomes the air you breathe, fluency becomes unstoppable. You do not have to fight. You simply grow naturally. Surround yourself with English, and English will surround your life with abundant new opportunities. Tip 7. Master the art of chunking. Stop memorizing single words. One of the smartest ways to sound more natural and fluent in English is to learn in chunks, not as individual words. What exactly does that mean? Instead of memorizing only the word morning, learn the entire chunk, good morning. How are you? Instead of just memorizing the word coffee, learn the natural phrase, would you like a cup of coffee? When you learn English in chunks, your brain does not have to laboriously construct sentences from scratch. It simply retrieves full, ready-made expressions, just like a native speaker. Think of your brain as a chef. If you only possess raw ingredients, single words, you need to cook a new dish every single time. This takes time, effort, and often results in mistakes. But if you have ready to eat meals, full chunks, you can simply serve them quickly. For example, instead of thinking, want you coffee, you naturally say, would you like some coffee? This is also how babies learn. They do not say, I am hungry, word by word. They hear the full chunk, I am hungry, hundreds of times, and then simply repeat it automatically. You should emulate this same method. Write down common phrases you hear in movies and podcasts. Practice saying them out loud daily. Act like an actor rehearsing lines for a movie. The more chunks you master, the faster and smoother your English will become. There is no need to memorize 10,000 words individually. Master 2,000 useful chunks, and you will communicate like a true champion. Tip 8. Practice speaking fast. Even if you make mistakes, speed builds confidence. Many beginners mistakenly believe they must speak perfectly before they can speak fast. This is a significant error. Fluency is not about achieving perfection. Fluency is about being smooth and confident, even when you make small mistakes. Imagine two speakers. Speaker A speaks very slowly, painstakingly searching for perfect grammar, but sounds nervous and hesitant. Speaker B speaks quickly, naturally, with a few minor grammar mistakes, but sounds confident and engaging. Who appears more fluent? Always speaker B, because real world communication is about flow, connection, and emotion, not about passing grammar exams. In daily life, nobody truly cares if you accidentally say, you go to school, instead of goes to school. They care about whether you are clear, smooth, and engaging. To build this vital confidence, practice speaking faster than you currently feel comfortable. Force your mouth to move quicker. Yes, you will likely make more mistakes in the beginning. Yes, you will stumble sometimes. That is not a problem. That is an essential part of the process. Remember, runners do not learn to run fast by walking slowly. They start running fast, falling, stumbling, but they persistently keep going. Speed builds muscle memory. When you practice fast speaking daily, your brain becomes accustomed to constructing sentences more quickly without the grip of fear. Here is a simple exercise you can perform. Choose a straightforward topic, such as my favorite food or my weekend plans. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Speak non-stop, even if you do not know the perfect sentence. Keep your mouth moving no matter what. Over time, your speaking muscle will grow stronger. Soon you will surprise yourself. Wow, I just spoke English for 5 minutes non-stop without feeling scared. That is the incredible power of training your speed. Fluency is built not by striving for perfection, but by being fearless. Practice speaking fast, and fluency will arrive faster than you ever dreamed. Tip 9. Visualize your English success. Every single day, train your mind like champions do. The human brain is an astonishingly powerful organ, more capable than any machine ever created. Before you can achieve anything significant in the external world, you must first achieve it within your own mind. The most successful athletes, actors, and business leaders worldwide all employ one profound secret technique: visualization. They vividly imagine themselves winning before the world even sees them win. You must apply the same principle to your English journey. Every morning or every night, close your eyes for 5 minutes. Visualize yourself speaking English fluently in a meeting with everyone listening intently. Imagine laughing confidently with international friends in English. Picture yourself delivering a powerful presentation or creating an engaging video in English. Visualize traveling around the world, communicating effortlessly in English. Feel the accompanying emotions: pride, joy, excitement. Make it absolutely real in your mind. Your brain cannot distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences. If you repeatedly imagine yourself succeeding, your brain begins to believe that it is natural for you to speak English fluently. This process silently eliminates fear, doubt, and hesitation without requiring any conscious effort. Consider a movie star. Before their blockbuster hit, they were already acting like a star in their mind. They walked, talked, and thought like a star long before anyone publicly recognized them. If you aspire to become fluent, you must first think and feel like a fluent speaker every single day. Visualization costs you nothing, but has the potential to give you everything. It is a secret weapon hidden in plain sight, and the greatest masters utilize it daily without fail. If you can clearly see it in your mind, you will undoubtedly hold it in your hand one day. Tip 10. Think in English sentences, not words. Upgrade your mental operating system. One of the biggest, yet often invisible, changes that occurs within fluent speakers is this: they do not translate from their native language to English. They think directly in English sentences. This is precisely why they can respond quickly, crack jokes naturally, and sound effortlessly fluent. If you constantly think in your native language first and then attempt to translate, it is akin to driving a car with the brakes partially engaged. You will always feel slow, confused, and nervous. Instead, retrain your brain to think in simple English sentences throughout your day. Even when you are alone, describe your world in English. For example, I am drinking coffee right now. The weather is sunny today. I need to buy groceries this evening. At first, it may feel strange or slow, but very quickly, your brain will start constructing small English sentences automatically. Soon, you will not even notice it. English thinking will become your new default system. It is like upgrading from a slow, old phone to the latest, fastest smartphone. Your brain becomes faster, clearer, and significantly more efficient. Another powerful technique is narration. Talk to yourself in English about everything you are doing. When you are cooking, say, "Now I am chopping the vegetables. I am heating the oil." It smells delicious. When you are traveling, say, "The traffic is heavy. I might be late. I should call my friend." The more you narrate your daily life in English, the deeper English roots will grow within your mind. Thinking in English is not just a skill. It is the essential oxygen that your fluency breathes. Tip 11, copy great speakers. Become a mirror, then become a master. Another powerful shortcut to English mastery is to emulate the speaking style of great communicators. Every successful person you admire once copied someone else before ultimately discovering their own unique style. Musicians copy renowned singers. Artists copy masterful painters. Athletes copy legendary champions. You must do precisely the same in English. Select 2 to 3 native English speakers whom you truly admire, perhaps YouTubers, TED Talk speakers, or actors, and mirror them. Copy their tone, their rhythm, their pauses, their pronunciation, and even their body language. Do not just listen passively, be active. Play a 30-second clip, pause it, and repeat it exactly like them. Focus not only on the words they say, but also on how they say them, their energy, their emotions, their emphasis on particular words. Over time, your brain and tongue will learn to produce English in a similar fashion. You are effectively programming your mouth, brain, and emotions to match world-class communication. In fact, research indicates that shadowing, repeating after native speakers without translating, is one of the most potent tools for language learning. Actors who take on roles in Hollywood often acquire entirely new accents within months by employing this very same copying technique. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. Copy greatness first. Mastery will naturally follow. If you mirror the best, you will soon join the ranks of the best. Tip 12, learn English with emotions, not just logic. Feel it deeply. Here is a secret almost nobody discusses. Language is inherently emotional, not merely mechanical. Many learners approach English like a machine. They memorize vocabulary, meticulously study grammar rules, and solve exercises as if they were math problems. But real communication is never cold or purely logical. It is emotional, brimming with feeling, energy, and genuine connection. If you learn English emotionally, your progress will be 10 times faster. How do you learn emotionally? Choose topics that genuinely excite you: movies, music, travel, inspiring success stories, powerful motivational content. Listen to English speeches that make your heart beat faster: victory speeches, interviews with champions. Read books and stories in English that make you laugh, cry, dream, or feel profoundly inspired. Speak about things you are passionate about, not dull textbook topics. When you experience emotions while learning English, your brain releases powerful chemicals like dopamine and adrenaline. These chemicals effectively lock the language deeper into your long-term memory. That is why you still vividly remember emotional events from your childhood, yet often forget what you merely memorized yesterday. Emotion is the powerful glue that sticks English to your very soul. So, do not just learn English. Live English, feel English, breathe English. The deeper you feel it, the faster you will truly own it forever. Tip 13. Master one English area first, then expand like a champion. Many beginners make a significant mistake. They attempt to learn everything at once: advanced grammar, business English, casual slang, academic writing, storytelling, debate, interview skills, all simultaneously. This approach inevitably leads to overwhelm, confusion, and burnout. It is like trying to construct 10 houses at the same time. You end up finishing none. The intelligent approach is this: master one area first, then strategically expand. Select one area based on your specific goal and interest. For example, if you adore movies, focus on mastering casual conversation English first. If you aspire to work abroad, prioritize mastering business English communication. If you dream of becoming a YouTuber, focus on mastering storytelling in English first. Concentrate fully on that single area. Dive deep. Aim to become 80% proficient in that area before even considering other types of English. When you master one skill, you build immense confidence, momentum, and joy. Then, expanding to other skills becomes both easy and enjoyable. Champions do not rush to learn everything. They focus, master, and conquer one mountain at a time. Success is not about speed, it is about smart direction. Tip 14. Your English journey is a beautiful marathon, not a sprint. Enjoy every step. The primary reason people abandon their English learning journey is incorrect expectations. They believe they should achieve fluency in 30 days, 60 days, or even 90 days. When this unrealistic expectation is not met, they feel frustrated, ashamed, and utterly defeated. But here is the profound reality: English mastery is a beautiful marathon, not a quick sprint. Think of it like nurturing a mighty oak tree. It demands time, patience, sunshine, rain, and dedicated care. But once the tree is fully grown, it stands majestically for hundreds of years. Similarly, your English skills require daily nourishment. Small, consistent steps every day. Not one colossal jump, but thousands of small, smart steps. If you study even 30 minutes daily with focus and emotion, in just 6 months, your English life will be unrecognizable. You will speak better, think faster, and connect deeper. And guess what? The journey itself will become magical. You will begin to cherish the feeling of growing, improving, and expanding your world through English. You will encounter new people, discover new opportunities, and build new dreams, all because you did not quit. Remember, slow growth is still growth. Tiny victories are still victories. A small candle can still illuminate a vast room. Trust your journey. Honor your efforts. Celebrate your small wins every single day. Because in the end, those who truly enjoy the journey are always the ones who reach their ultimate destination. My dear friends, before we conclude today, I want to impart a message that comes directly from my heart. Learning English is not merely about speaking another language. It is about unlocking new doors in your life. It is about daring to dream bigger, connecting deeper with others, and ultimately becoming a stronger version of yourself. Perhaps today you feel shy. Perhaps you still make mistakes. Maybe sometimes you feel an urge to give up. But remember this: every master was once a beginner. Every great speaker was once silent. Every champion was once unsure of themselves. The only difference between those who succeed and those who quit is one small, yet profound thing. They did not stop. They kept going, even when it was incredibly hard, even when they felt utterly exhausted, even when the world seemed to laugh at them. And one day, all the practice, all the struggles, all the countless little steps coalesced into a beautiful success story. Your story is being written right now, and I deeply believe your story will inspire the world. If you truly desire to speak English fluently, beautifully, and confidently, never give up. Never doubt yourself. Never stop moving forward. And if you seek more powerful lessons, more motivation, and more guidance on your journey, make sure you subscribe to our channel right now, because together we are building a vibrant community. A community of dreamers, of doers, and of unstoppable learners from every corner of the world. Subscribe, stay connected, and remember, your best English is not a dream. It is your destiny, and your journey has already begun today. Thank you so much for being with us. This is just the beginning. The best is truly yet to come. See you in the next video. Stay strong, stay positive, stay unstoppable.